Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is May 14, 2015, and today is Thursday. So looking at the economic calendar first, looking at today, it's a light day. Just one number coming out of the USD at 2:30 South African time. It's a USD number that's coming out. It's a PPI number, which is an inflationary report, and the weekly unemployment rate is coming out at 2:30 South African time. So let's start looking with the Euro USD. As we mentioned yesterday, the Euro USD had this earlier this week. We rallied up, we sold off a little bit, found a little bit of a footing, and then we rallied right back. So what I like about this chart, and I'm going to show it to you, just bear with me. I'm going to just take out the pen. Look, it didn't pass here. Okay, this is a resistance. Okay, this is how to read a chart. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of chart 101 here. And then it retraced. Now, it retraced, okay, and kept a baseline as it did here. Once it broke out right here, okay, if you were able to catch this phenomenal move, it went all the way up to 113. Now, 113, we had mentioned this earlier this week. Let's look at a longer chart. Just bear with me. 113 on a daily chart. This was a little bit of a, right here, it was a little bit of a resistance up top here. Okay, right here and right here. I expected this. I expect there to be some resistance here until we really sell off. I don't think until we break out, either break out on the top side up here or sell off, this is a very pivotal move, because the next stop, if we do break out on the top side, would be 123, 122. It would be a huge recovery for the euro. The USD would show that it's not as strong as it maintained to be, and the whole rally against the dollar will be back. So, this is really a pivotal point, and I would really give it a lot of credence to see if it's going to break up higher. So I'm going to be looking for that, for any clues. I think we're not going to do it. I think we're just going to, in the meantime, we're going to just somewhat trade right around here, and the side trading between 113.60, 113.92 to 111. I think we're going to find a new footing here until we have some sort of catalyst to take us higher. But that's the new footing for the Euro USD. Big move for the Euro this week. We're up about, I would say, about 200 pips, okay, between the 111 move, and that's a major move up. Looking at the GBP USD, also the GBP getting ground. And we talked about this yesterday. This was a similar trade, okay, and this is how you see that across the board when you have the dollar weakening against multiple currencies, and it's backed up by the technicals as it is here. It's reason to get excited. So we've hit this pivotal move of 157. Let's see if we're going to maintain it and continue going higher. I think we're going to sell off a little bit here, find some sort of footing between 157.5 and 154, between this two level right here, until we again break up higher or break up lower. Okay, so it's really, you really have to be on the ball. But this was a huge breakout move. Okay, this is when sometimes when you hit resistance levels, you don't want to be trading it because of these big breakout moves. And proof is in the pudding, and hindsight is 20/20. But this was definitely a area where you saw that it continued buying and didn't retrace. So we're in the midst of seeing something very similar to this right now, as we mentioned in the Dow Jones. So looking at the Dow Jones, we rallied back yesterday. Let's just look at a 4-hour chart. This is basically yesterday, the day before yesterday. We sold off, and then look at us. We're come right back to the top at close to 118.11, and then guess what? We faltered again. So I'd like to see some sort of consolidation here, and this is what we're seeing it, but I'd like to see it on the top side. I'd like it to maintain above 118, and then really break out on a $200-300 day to see that it's going to break out higher. You see, we're congesting here. We're we're trading sideways and it's just getting tighter and tighter until either you're going to have a move up that's extreme or a move down that's extreme. So I'd keep an eye on what's going to happen today. Let's see if it does break out. We should expect to see some volatility into this week, and it is a major week. So, but what I like about it, as you can see here in the graph, is that the technicals and some of the support levels are really working. This is a line that I put together on a previous podcast, a previous video, and this has been here for a while already. So these lines are always been here, and you see that this is, this would be like a 1 tier. You jump in it. Okay, this would be a 2 tier. You jump into it and look at that move. You would have made some good money. Okay, and then you could have sold it off on the top. So there's money to be made when it's trading in a range like this. You just have to be really on the ball. Maybe place limit orders and stop loss orders that you don't get too carried away. But there's money to be made again. Looking at CL, looking at light sweet crude oil, we sold off a little bit from 62, and we're currently trading at $60 a barrel. Had this double top here. Not a big move, okay, $1.30, but it is a move nonetheless. I would say that we're going to sustain this. Let's see if we stay above this level right here. This would be a 1 resistance, 2 resistance, and then possible support here until we side trade on the side or break out higher. But I'd look for some support here to see if it does maintain this level moving forward. Looking at, let's just quickly look at the gold. Gold had a big move yesterday, and again, this is a beautiful, beautiful case. Okay, another beautiful case where if you played the ranges, okay, you bought the bottom of the move, okay, on multiple levels, you would have made money. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just have to time it properly. Maybe set up alerts on your MT4 or what have you, in order that you can, know that it's hitting these levels for you to take advantage of it. And so that's a major move for the gold on the upside. I can't really tell you what the catalyst of gold is. It's it's kind of its own animal, but I'll tell you that it's trading. Look at these beautiful moves. Okay, this is actually a better graph. You can see it much easier here. We'll draw it a little bit. Every time we hit 1220, we sold off. Hit the top of the range, we sold off. Hitting the top of the range, we may sell off or we may break out. So I'd really look very carefully here to see some sort of indication if there's going to be follow through. But on the downside also, you see here, you see here, you see here, maintain certain levels down here, and you're able to play these moves. Okay, it's not perfect. Okay, you do have to take into consideration of stop losses, and but if you're buying these points or you're shorting these points and you're buying these points, look at how much better of a percentage play you're at. Okay, so this may be a good move to short it up here if it doesn't follow through. Okay, let's look at some of the other graphs. Let's see what else we have on the drawing board. Okay, that's most of what we wanted to discuss today. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.